BMF Immortal, and it's cool. Like sometimes we switch perspectives, so it's from a law enforcement perspective.
Oh wow!
Instead of it being from the actual hustler side or the aspirational side, just
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
They ain't telling nobody. Because if you're telling, you can't even look forward to going home.
Okay, so 50 Cent blasted Lil Meech and posted video footage and evidence of him allegedly snitching on his security. The security, who ended up taking the fall for everything, said that he was asleep when Lil Meech threw everything in his life.
He's in my bag.
In the bag?
Yes, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not pack my bag.
Well, we can get that all straightened out after the fact.
You know what I mean? That's right. You know, I never done that, man. I don't even know where they come up with that, man. And then the guy's a rat, man. He's been working for the feds for 2 years now. You know what I'm saying? Cooperate. So you can look at my paperwork, man. My paperwork. If I was ratting it to be on CNN, you know what?
All of you just now. Big Meech sent 50 Cent a terrifying text message warning him to stop talking about his son or face severe consequences. In a bizarre video released by 50, Lil Meech accuses his longtime pal of a crime and enables him to face consequences, according to this acquaintance, who now supports 50. Lil Meech's imprisonment was due to his treachery. As you are well aware, 50 Cent's months-long criticism of the father-son relationship seems to have reached a breaking point for Big Meech, to put it mildly. If 50 persists, things could become unpleasant.
It's not legal. Huh? It's not legal. What is it? It's not legal. Not legal what?
First, 50 Cent just shared this incredible body cam video of Lil Meech abandoning his friend at a traffic check. In the movie, Lil Meech's companion was imprisoned after claiming that Meech had betrayed him to the authorities.
Oh. Real, man.
Hey, so you're talking about it, huh?
Yeah.
What y'all found about her? Oh, y'all found?
Lil Meech is seen in the video sitting in the back of a patrol cruiser while both men are being arrested. He asks the officer once after the officer reports finding a pistol, "Did you discover the other stuff?" The ridiculous thing is that, despite the police having just said that it was lawful to carry a weapon, they nonetheless searched the car again. After Meech asked,
It's not legal.
Huh?
It's not legal.
What is it?
It's not legal
Not legal what?
to have a firearm.
I'm talking about
Huh? Talking about the other guy? Yeah.
that's illegal.
the problem is that this pal just shared everything on Instagram. After being imprisoned for betraying him with Lil Meech, the person with the handle 3luck posted a number of photos of him and Lil Meech chilling out, along with the body cam evidence. He also says Meech turned against the police and was charged with having a firearm and drugs. As the caption said, "Reason I got to go do Fed time," the man wrote. Take a look at this. Despite the fact that my Traza life is hoish, I hate fake men like Lil Meech. He then attacked Big Meech, saying that he had raised a lame and that Lil Meech had made him shoulder the responsibility for having a pistol and narcotics in the car while he was asleep. Then he spoke about how 50 Cent had backed him when he called Lil Meech a snake. He apologized and stated in his letter that he would even, if you have to betray 50 at the same time, pay me back. How come you're asking for 12, were the guns and other things taken away from me? That's not what it is. I assumed Meech was my long-standing friend, whom I had known for 20 years. But I later found out that he had compromised himself, so you see, I merely went around the little drugstore. How come you're seeing the same guy that caused me trouble because of him? I had to pay a lot of money for 3 different bonds and lawyers. But you were too busy pulling and teaching this guy how to keep a straight face and what it means to be faithful to someone who was keeping him safe while he was totally drug-free. In addition, this father revealed that Lil Meech's snitch would cost him years of his child's life and cost him his business money. He continued by quoting Big Meech's, saying the same men who say death before dishonor with expressions like "I love you." As of right now, Lil Meech has not formally addressed these allegations. But you know who did already. It's true that 50 Cent quickly called out Lil Meech's nastiness, using a screenshot of Power star Michael Rainey Jr.'s US West Instagram account. First, 50 made a joke about Lil Meech. "I'm proud of you, Michael," I answer. "I stopped by your page. Fascinating. If you spend all of your money on Chrome Hearts jeans without doing drugs, you can see what occurs." A few hours later, 50 went public with the body cam footage of Lil Meech betraying his pal twice. The friend's explanation and screenshots are included this time. "Hi. How are you when he's sleeping like this? Will you strap your medicines onto his lap?" 50 was not yet done, but this was a tourist lull. When he came back, he had another questionable post. It was a photo from the BMF pop concert this time, and the description included a troll of Meech. The first time he showed up at the airport with a gun, he was smashed and in a panic. When he is on TV discussing his friends and 50 people don't care, you can tell that this is terrible. This airport comment was a response to another video that was made public, which showed Lil Meech getting arrested after TSA found an unloaded gun in his suitcase. Despite having a permit to possess one, this was to put things in perspective. Nevertheless, Meech's attempt to make such a claim, even though he was 23 at the time, he was not legally an adult, which makes this movie the oddest.
I swear to God, sir.
I know, but unfortunately, there's certain procedures we have to follow anytime something comes in that's prohibited, correct?
Right. So listen,
You understand that, correct?
please give
Do you have your ID on you?
Sir, my ID's in my bag.
In the bag?
Yes, I'm a minor, sir. I have security guards. They left that in my bag, sir. I did not pack my bag.
Well, we can get that all straightened out
Please,
after
do it.
the fact,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
But until then, I have to put you in handcuffs until we figure this out.
Okay.
Okay, you understand that?
Can I call my mom or somebody?
We'll do that after.
Okay.
All right, just turn around for me. Be cooperative. Everything's on video and audio surveillance. Plus, I'm on body cam. You understand that?
Meech's final attempt to convince the TSA of his celebrity was to play the "Do You Know Who I Am" card and expose his name.
Understand? Do you have anything else on you at this point?
No, I promise I don't.
Okay.
Just an actor, sir.
I understand.
Man.
Do you have a concealed weapons permit or anything like
No,
that?
I don't, sir. They left that in my bag. My little brother's he was outside waiting for me, sir. I promise you, sir, that's not mine. Okay. I have security guards, sir. I'm an actor.
Okay.
See how much jewelry I have on me? I went to private school. I'm a good kid, man.
He's saying that he's an actor and he has private security guards.
Does he have
didn't
security
pack-
weapons permission?
No,
No,
sir.
he doesn't have a.
Listen, sir, I just want to tell
All
you.
right. His ID and everything's supposedly in the bag.
Listen,
Where
sir, I want to tell you 1 second. I fly every week, sir. I have security guards, and we're rushing to the airport. I have a premiere. I'm an actor. That's why I have a big chain. Me and 50 Cent have a TV show. Sir, this will ruin my life.
You definitely know that 50 Cent is prone to mistakes. 50 has been granted access to high-quality footage for his pointless Instagram posts. After a new video of Lil Meech cheating on his partner went viral, Lil Meech's father, Big Meech, has now come forth and told 50 to dismiss his son, which is the problem. After those shady posts about Big Meech's failings as a father and Lil Meech's snitching went public, Big Meech wrote a caption for a set of photos he posted of himself and his child. "We are invincible. We climbed all the way." Nevertheless, it seems that Big Meech might be doing more than just posting father-son photos. Rumors started to indicate that Big Meech personally called one of his former co-workers after 50 accused Lil Meech of snitching multiple times. As per numerous industry sources, the message was, "Tell him to stop playing with my son or else." It's clearly obvious that Big Meech dislikes using derogatory language online. But this shift in tone is hard to ignore, and there have even been claims that several producers of the BMF series left the show to try to defuse the problem before it became a catastrophe in real life. Remember, 50 did more than just torment Lil Meech as well. Big Meech and Rick Ross's relationship earlier this year was a catalyst for the entire affair. Also, the public accused Big Meech of being a rat. 50 proposed reducing Meech's First Step Act punishment because he snitched. He also shared an image of court documents, which he claimed implied Meech became a cooperating witness through his longtime associate Tammy Cowens in his actual case. However, there was no evidence that Meech snitched. The sentencing standards were changed, not because he cooperated, and he spent 27 of the 30 years that were stipulated for him. In a rare jail interview recently released to the public, Big Meech also denied the snitching charges. He said the issue would have been in the news by now if he had ever cooperated.
So you can look at my paperwork, man. My paperwork, if I was ratting it to be on CNN, you know what I mean? You better believe it, my nigga. Yeah, be on CNN. You got some people insinuate, oh, Big Meech telling on Mexicans. How? Look on Wikipedia. It'll tell you. Daniel Correll out of L.A., he telling on me. Shit, you know, the penitentiary rules is if you do not call a man hot or a rat or a snitch, or that he cooperating with the government without having paperwork to prove it. You know what I'm saying? If not, you get your bitch ass up top. You check in, or your car check you in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, not supposed to send her, oh yeah, I think Big Meech hot. No, you don't think that. You show that, or you keep your opinion to yourself.
In addition, the whole snitching affair is a root of the fat argument. Others contend that Big Meech had no right to be called a rat by 50 after he had been behind bars for nearly 30 years. However, Others argue that Major Meech's choice to work with Rick Ross was a serious betrayal, especially considering that 50 gave Lil Meech his major acting debut and supported Meech's family when he was in prison. Notably, this is the real reason why Big Meech was betrayed, as 50 Cent has already hinted. 50 claims that because of their close bond with Lil Meech, Big Meech was scared on Instagram. 50 recently revealed that his breakup with Big Meech was primarily motivated by envy. Because Big Meech says he could not handle Lil Meech getting close to 50, he ultimately stopped providing financial support for his own kid. Big Meech, 50, further claimed was a bad role model for his child, pushing him to waste money and do drugs to help Lil Meech kick his bad habits. 50 stepped in as a real father figure. The most ludicrous part was when 50 said that Lil Meech had a serious breakdown because of substance addiction during the filming of BMF, and that 50 was the one who assisted him in getting the necessary therapy. 50 wrote, "I thought about it a little. He must have been uncomfortable with my friendship with Mimi, said to Mimi. I don't am hoping he'll take medications. He said to him, I used to do X, I mean, it's cool. Calm down. Stop wasting all your money, I tell Mimi." The amount of money he had wasted. He told him, "A little dot. The fact that I had to send Mimi to a recovery facility is unknown." The blood pressure of Russell Horn was extremely elevated on the set. A weapons test caused him to start throwing up. That's when Ian told me the little guy had whippets in his pickup. What the F are whippets? I called out, the beans of B&B are the ish. I see.
He actually came and got me before I even knew I could even act at all, before even acting was even a thought. My dad called me one day and told me that he wanted me to fly to Atlanta in his presence so I could meet 50 for the first time and see the first casting that he was doing. You know, so I flew out there and it was lined around the street. And the first time I met 50, you know, it was just genuine. And I sat by him and we actually got to watch people audition for a couple hours. And the next day he called me, 8 o'clock in the morning, woke me up. I'm like, damn, 50 calling me. So I answered the phone, he like, hey, what you think about going to acting classes? I want you to play your dad. And at first, you know, it sounded crazy, but of course, you know, I'm gonna do it. I'm not doing nothing, so of course I wanted to do it, you know, I just didn't know if I could.
Lil Meech, on the other hand, allegedly wasted the $5 million he made from the show in just 3 years on jewelry, cars, and clothes rather than investing it, so wasting that opportunity.
Elliot charged me $200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams. It's chunky, real big. I really can't have this on for longer than 3-4 hours. My neck started hurting. You know, you might find a regular Cuban for 50 or for 100 maybe, but you know, it's 200 just for a kilo.
What's the pendant cost?
3 just for the pendant. Right here, this is Antarctica. It's the big boy. This is Christine called it Antarctica. It's the chandelier. And I might have seen Bill DJ Khaled with this song. It's that big boy, you know.
How much is it gonna go?
$2 million.
One must acknowledge that 50 Cent has a point, especially after what he did for Lil Meech, which essentially altered his life. The whole snitching problem makes matters a bit more difficult. Meech's close associates say he decides who is considered a snitch. Someone is calling 50 a hypocrite.
Do you think Big Meech like told on somebody to get out, snitched, did anything extra?
No. Let me tell you why. Big Meech's paperwork is public records. There is no proof that Big Meech said, hey, bust him, bust him, bust him. Now, the situation with the lady Tammy, the female that he cool with or whatever, mess with whatever, I was having an argument with somebody about this last night. Now, if we go by prison rules and standards, Big Meech didn't sit down with the agents and say, hey, my parole gonna go ahead and settle boy up for me, so make sure y'all give me the credit. So we couldn't make a move on him because his name not in the paperwork for saying, authorizing this. Now, what she did, what would happen, the killers, the homies will be like, well, listen, bro, she your people, she did that with your name on it, so you gotta have her hit. You gotta have her killed, or you gotta bring a move to her because she implicated your name, or the people got your name, your BMF, whatever, in this situation. You gotta handle this. So I was telling him, I said, bro, this is one of them situations where he had a ride or die. She jumped on it like, I'm gonna get him out here by any means. And you know, I say now, we can't just up and say this. You know, people be like, common sense, well man, did they have that talk? I don't know. So I don't think, you know, I got my own situation, so I don't really think that far into nobody else's situation anyway, but I do my content. Yeah. But if You see, you know, it's selective politics and it's selective who they gonna call a rat or who they not gonna call a rat in this industry. So we've been saying that since I've been home.
And because Big Meech was now threatening 50 and seeing Ross, did 50 overreact this time by fabricating a tale about him being a rat?